as much as possible when I'm here, almost every day, I'll go down to the ocean and I will fill these up with ocean water. There's going to be a little bit left in there. That's ocean water. And we pour those on all our fruit trees. Alright, we're down here at the beach. We're going to go out there. We're going to get some ocean water. We're going to bring it back to our chocolate farm and pour it on our fruit trees and give them some real nutrition. Unique nutrition. It's been well studied, books have been written on it. They tell you that salt's bad for plants. It's not. It's necessary. It makes plants grow better. But not only that, the ocean has all the trace minerals in it. We believe in the love as a thought, as a word, but also as a deed. So when I love my plants, I go out and I do things for them. I'll do special favors for them, like people do for their dog or their cat. But I'm really into plants, so as long as we're going to go the extra mile, we'll do it with a lot of love in our heart. And when we're dealing with chocolate, there's no cutting any corners. The ocean water's ratio of minerals and nutrients is identical to human blood. That's part of what we use in our soil here. So what we're doing is we're enriching all our soils homeopathically with ocean water in order to bring all those nutrients and make them available to the root system of the plant. Therefore, the plant will produce better quality fruit, a better quality nut, will get better quality cacao. It also shows that we're really putting a lot of love into it. Plants not only respond to having good nutrients, they like to be cared for and loved. So both of those things help us to grow better chocolate, the love, the ocean water, but that's not all. Let's look at the soils. Let's step into our soil laboratory over here. Okay, now, here's some of the goodies that we have. Let's look in here first. Well, first we have perlite here. When you pot things, I mean, I just learned, I didn't know anything about farming, gardening, nothing. When you put things in pots, you need to aerate the soil or else they get gooped up like clay. So we use the perlite right there. Those are those white things that you see in soils, right, in gardening soils. That's just the white stuff. Now we look in here, we've got all our rock dusts. We've got our Jersey green sand. We've got our glacial rock dust from Alaska. We've got our dolomite calcium right here. We've got a whole spill down here, more calcium. Look at this stuff down here. We've got a whole spill down there of that stuff. And a few other amendments for the soil. So that's our rock dust. Over here, we've got our liquefied seaweed. Seaweed's such a great thing for the plants. Not only pouring it into your mixes of soils, not only watering with it homeopathically, but also you could foliar feed. We've been doing that as well. Spraying the cacao trees with seaweed. Gibberellic acid, it's a secret of growth and it helps the cacao trees grow faster. Let's go over here now. Here's something that we use because we don't really want to get into animal farming and, you know, who knows what the animal's eating and all this kind of stuff and this manure. We don't use any manure here. No animal products whatsoever, no manure. We do use spirulina as our manure. So on this cacao farm, our cacao trees get spirulina. Cacao and spirulina have a relationship that dates back at least 5,000 years in Mexico City. They've been sold together, been eaten together, and grown together for thousands of years. So we activate that. Let's look at this. This is silt from the holy river around here. And what are we doing? Well, we're getting some of that ground up rock dust, essentially. We're getting some of that mana from the local area, the local ecosystem, and we're putting that into our soils. See, all this gets mixed together, and we get a bucket, right, or a bucket like this. You can see the soils were in there. We mix it all together in there, and that's our quote-unquote soil that we use around the cacao tree when we plant it. Even this. I'll even use beach sand. So I use beach sand in my soils. I found that really works well. There's a lot of reasons, a lot of theoretical reasons why it works. I could tell you about them, but it just works. Let's go in here now. So you can see, if you look closely, what's going on here. We just dumped some spirulina on here, right? Look at all the perlite in there. We've got some dissimilar soils, different soils mixed in there. We're trying to create that essence of growth, right? When you have dissimilar elements and water's flowing past that, you can get a real charge in the water. That's really what the plants are feeding on anyway, is the water. And really miraculous stuff can happen. You can have real quick growth. You can have really beautiful quality flowers. But what are we going for? We're going for the chocolate nuts, the cacao beans. So we're really going to have to feed, because in nature the nut trees require the most nutrients. So it usually takes them years and years and years. We're giving them the nutrients to try to cut that time down, and we're trying to give them the best nutrients to really draw out all those genetics, and then that turn all of that into cacao beans, which we're going to serve to you as sacred chocolate.